bienvenidos a the Deuces Wild daily hustle, all of it with a camera that I just hit the wrong thing and my screen went black. But
But on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see by his upbeat demeanor, he is happy at the fact that he has a Deuces Wild shirt where deuces is spelled correctly. And I have a shirt, well, let's see. Clark and Mitchell, 89. Pretty solid year. Tommy Luke, thank you for the shirt and representing the Giants from back in the day. So, with that, we are going to wait on our compadre to come back in here. A lot of stuff to talk about. Everybody in the chat room, look, y'all fire away. There he is. Da-da-da-da.
So, we got the FaceTime camera back. I'm trying to get the Mevo back. Good. Always makes for a better picture. Regardless, Thrill, it's good to see you, man. I'm sorry about the miscommunication from last week. Like I told you, we were in St. Louis, Missouri, and we were playing the Perfect Game Invitational National Championship. And right before our show was to start, we actually had a game that started. And the funny thing is that, as you know, sometimes when you go game mode, the rest of the world doesn't exist. So I completely blanked and forgot about the podcast. But it really didn't matter because we were like 3 innings into the game, and then I got tossed out of the game, so I probably could have done it anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, your lovely host to this show got tossed out of a 12U baseball game.
13U.
13U, excuse me. That's how intense our host with the most is.
Well, look, man, I think the biggest thing for me as a youth baseball coach is to protect my players. And without getting into the details of what transpired, I felt like one of my players' safety was in jeopardy. And it wasn't just one, because it was the second time that this happened. And I saw it happen once, which obviously a huge red flag went up, and I didn't say anything. I just took it as, well, that was pretty aggressive. And then it happened again. And at that point, I snapped. I wasn't thrilled with the kid. I let the kid know it. And I wasn't thrilled with the umpire who didn't do anything about it. And, well, at that point, I was politely asked to leave.
Well, on your departure, you and I talked about it. Your phone died and all that sort of shit, so we couldn't keep in touch and couldn't get the stream going, the whole works. So I said, hell, we'll do it next week. And thanks for everybody, in the chat room right here jumping on again. So I appreciate it.
So Thrill, you know what I did is after I got thrown out, there was a running path that was about 100 yards beyond the outfield fence on an elevated position. And I went up to the running path and actually took my shirt off because it was hot as fuck. And I started running back and forth on the running path so I could still see the field the entire time. But like you said, my phone was dead, my iPad was dead, and I'm watching this game, and we were behind. And there was a huge, huge play that happened. The umpire got the call wrong, in my humble opinion.
Again.
I'm like, I'm going to lose my shit from 100 yards away. It's time to go. So at that point, like I told the boys when I left the dugout, I said, dudes, I've coached you up as well as I can. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And that would have meant that we won. Well, I go back to the hotel. I run back to the hotel. Big-ass backpack, just hoofing, right? 100 degrees out. Probably felt like 120. I get back to the hotel, and the hotel phone is ringing. And I haven't picked up a hotel phone in years. So I picked this thing up like, hello? And it was Tara on the other end. She goes, you guys won! You guys won! You guys won! Just fucking awesome, man. So really, really cool. I'm glad I went on the run just to kind of get my energy out of there. I needed to let the boys do their thing, and they certainly did. So great job for the LTP kids. One of the prouder moments I had, a little tear actually came to my eye knowing that they fought for me that night.
They fought for you. You weren't there, and they came away with the W, and you were able to coach them up the next day. So
that's it, Thrill. So how you been, man? What's going on?
Yeah, you know what? Trey Clark dropped this one on me at dinner tonight, and I thought I'd share it with not only you, but also everybody in the chat room. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. That's right. On this date, Bobby gets his $1 million check every year. And so Bobby Bonilla is $1 million richer. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Bobby, I love you. You're freaking awesome. Hey, look, that was one of the best contracts I've ever seen in my freaking life, that you are still getting paid in your 20-something years retired. That's awesome.
So what's so crazy about this is that the Mets paid Bobby Bonilla to go away. They owed him like $5.6 million. It wasn't this astronomical amount of money, but they did a deal with him of deferred payments over the course of like 25 years. Well, the Mets at the time thought no problem, because we want to take that $5.6 million and put it in this awesome fund that's been killing it for them, run by a guy by the name of Bernie Madoff. So
how's that deal treating you there, Bernie?
So obviously, this was the Ponzi scheme of the fucking century. So the Mets not only did the dog shit deal with Bonilla, but they put all their faith in this horrific, criminal fucking Ponzi scheme. Oh man, I mean that was incredible. So here's Bobby Bonilla taking advantage of. I would say taking advantage of the system. Just an awesome entrepreneurial move. There's interest attached to it, and that's why these payments are so large. I read something today, like his check this year was like $1.9 million. So good on Bobby, good on the Players Association. Chalk one up for the good guys.
Yep, definitely one for the good guys. And like I said, Bobby Bonilla, God bless you. That is how you do a deferred contract. If you are in the mood to do it, that's how you do it. And then there's a lot of people, kind of, believe it or not, been taking his lead on thing. I know Ohtani, he's got a shitload deferred. And I think Yamamoto's got some deferred. So, there's a lot of guys that are taking kind of that model and doing it and backloading their contracts. And, it helps ball club out first off, because ball club can go out and get players and stuff like that. But then, these guys get paid down the road for as long as they live damn near.
Well, here's something interesting, because Rafael Devers actually has a lot of money deferred, $75 million in deferred payments. It's paid in $7.5 million installments twice a year through 2043. So the San Francisco Giants are actually going to be on the hook for that one. Chris Davis has a ton of deferred money, $42 million coming to him between the years is 2023 and 2037. Manny Ramirez is still going to get paid. That's right. He's received $2 million every year over the past 16 years. This will be the last year of that. And then Thrill, this is the one that surprised me, because it seems like this would have been one of the first ones to be done after Bonilla. Brett Saberhagen, he receives $250,000 per year from who else but the Mets. The last one will be issued in 2029.
Yep. No, everybody kind of right there in the middle of the century, the late 90s, early 2000s, people started doing that. I know I did it, when I signed my contract in Texas. I took, 5 years and 5 years deferred, and it wound up paying me after I retired. So, it's kind of a pretty good thing to get, you're gone and you're away from the sport, but yet you still get paid. So anyway,
Wait,
you mentioned Mr. Devers, and you and I were going to talk about this. I'm sitting here looking at it. You and I went over it. The Giants' offense. Josh Turow has been texting me every goddamn day, but they've been, for lack of a better term, anemic. We just talked about it. They had 7 games. They scored 19 runs in 7 games and wound up losing 6 out of 7, which, we were right there in the thick of things. And now we're 7.5 back, something like that.
Yeah.
So, and on top of that, it's who you're losing to. You lose to the Marlins and you lose to the White Sox, 2 last place ball clubs. You have to beat up on the people you're supposed to beat up on. And the Giants are not doing that right now.
No, certainly not. I give the Marlins a little bit of credit because they have been playing well. But Verlander pitched the other day. I think, still without a win? It is incredible. He pitched well.
Yeah, he pitched well. He went 5 and, gave up 1 run, pitched out of some trouble. Got his pitch count up a little bit, but still weren't able to get him a W. And then, Brandon Webb went out there yesterday and looked really good. And, bad luck loser on that end of things. So, couple that with a few, like little bullpen lapses. Our bullpen was doing extremely well. And now we had a few bullpen lapses. It's just bad timing. But also at the same time, we're just now turning into July. So, there's no time to waste. You have to get this turned around and you have to get going really good into the All-Star break so that you can get a little momentum going into the All-Star break and set you up for the second half.
So we're over halfway through the season, Thrill. With the Giants' offense struggling so mightily, is there anything you would suggest from an approach perspective that they change to get them going?
Buster and I actually talked about it, and I know Buster, had said something to Pat Burrell about it, but it's like, he's talking about knocking a wall down in center field. And, you start hitting the ball back through the middle, your timing gets better. You start hitting the ball on the line. You don't have to worry about wind and all that sort of stuff. And so, I'm in total agreement with Buster. And then Pat and I talked about it, when I was in San Francisco, and he's preaching the same thing. Now you just got to get the guys in the batter's box to believe in it. And, here's one thing, and you and I have talked about it. Josh and I have talked about it till I'm blue in the face. But the way the ball flies at this ballpark right here at Oracle, if you're a left-handed hitter, the ball shoots out of left field on certain days.
Yeah.
But you got to take batting practice out there to know that. And, that's the thing. Some people option off a batting practice that need to hit. They need to know where the ball is flying. There's a reason that, Devers' first home run went out of left field because the ball flies out of left field. You and I talk about it. There were days at Candlestick you couldn't hit a cannon out of left field. But yet at the same time at Oracle, that's the way I'd be going. I'd be going left center into center field because ball shoots out of there certain days.
Yeah, what's interesting, Thrill, is that you look at the Giants lineup tonight. It's Yastrzemski, Ramos, Devers, Flores, Smith, Adames, Johnson, Bailey, and Fitzgerald. If you just look at the numbers, let's just say OPS, you got Yastrzemski's at 724, which is okay. You got Ramos at 805. Rafael Devers has got an 869 OPS, and I realize he's struggled a little bit since he's come to San Francisco, but for all of those hitting the panic button on a trade that's going to keep this dude here for years,
Yeah.
I would highly advise you, each and every one of you, to chill the fuck out, man. He just got here.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, and there's like little things. I mean, little things explode into big things. Um, yesterday there's a swinging bunt out in front of home plate, or it was a bunt actually. Patrick Bailey comes out, doesn't get on top of the ball, gets on the side of the ball, throws a sinker down to first base, and Dominic Smith, even though he has experience at first base, for whatever reason, he just tried to like catch the ball like this instead of going out and stretching. If he goes out and stretches, he catches that ball in the air. And why he let it get like that, and the ball took a short hop on him, ate him up. Needless to say, that led to a run and led to something else. And so when you are not going great, those little mistakes like that get magnified and become big mistakes. So hopefully the Giants can play a clean game tonight. They can take advantage of Mr. Galen. He's 5-8, I think, this year. So he's not having a Studley type of year. So try to take advantage of a few mistakes off of him.
Yeah, their base running has been sloppy. I know, giving Matt Williams some grief over at third base for a couple errors that they feel that he's made in sending guys. But gosh damn it, man, I'd rather have my guy out there being ultra aggressive than not, correct? Exactly. Especially when you're not scoring any fucking runs.
If you're not scoring any runs, you only get an opportunity here or there. Freaking send everybody. Don Zimmer did. Send them. And it just so happens. And that's what we talk about. That's just the way the game goes. When you're winning, fucking throws are offline. You slide in safe. No problems. When you're losing, it's a one-hop rocket right perfect to home plate and the guy's nailed. So, I'm with you. I'm with you on Matt Williams. I mean, just send everybody. I mean, look, you're out there in scoring position. You're on second base. You're in scoring position. You ought to be ultra aggressive on your secondary lead. As soon as that ball's hit, you're off like a bat out of hell. And, when you're running, and I've seen this already, guys are running and they'll like look over their shoulder. What the fuck are you looking over your shoulder for? That's what the third base coach for. All you're doing is you're sprinting, dude. You're a freaking sprinter just wanting that goal line. Why the hell are we looking over our shoulder? Let's go. And these are the little things that get guys thrown out. Then Matt Williams gets ragged on and shit like that, which should never happen.
When you're a base runner, your job is very simple. And I explain this to our Let Them Play kids all the time. When there's 2 outs, and you are on second base, and that ball is hit, no matter where it is, ground ball to the infield, fly ball to the outfield, you put your head down and you fucking go. You get the max lead, you get the max secondary, and we're reading contact. And as soon as there's contact, we go. And get this, Thrill, when there's 2 strikes, we're reading hands. As soon as those hands go, the swing starts. And we're off with the swing because even if he strikes out, it does not matter. But those are the inches that win games and fucking lose them, man. If they're not willing to fight for inches, they're not going to win. They will not win in the long run. We saw this last year in the World Series. The Yankees did not fight for those inches, and the Dodgers did, and that's why they're the world champs.
Exactly, and you're so right. I mean, look what Mookie Betts did. He turned that whole series around by hustling. That one freaking play. All right? So now, this goes back to our Don Zimmer story, okay? I've told this to you. I've told this to everybody in the chat room, but, in 1987, Zim sent everybody, because he was a degenerate gambler anyway, so he's going to wave everybody around, right? We had 4 guys get thrown out at home plate the whole year, right? So I'm on second base, 2 outs, just like you said, right? There is no way that if this ball's hit, that Don Zimmer's going to hold me up. I I know that because he sent everybody the whole fucking year, right? So whack, Kevin Mitchell hits one behind me, right field. I am tooling, dude. I am getting it, right? I don't even think about checking to see where the throw is, nothing like that. I hit third base and I look up, and needless to say, he's waving me around, which is normal, and he says, "You gotta go, but you're gonna be out." So now I'm running right now. This is the first time I've ever done this to where now I got to peek and see where the ball is and see if I'm just going to get poleaxed at home plate. And as luck would have it, throws offline. I slide in. I'm safe. The whole works. And I told Zim after the game, I was like, dude, tell me anything other than you're going to be out, because I'm expecting just to get crunched at home plate at that point.
That's so good, dude. But it's amazing how hard it is to play catch. And when you put the pressure on the other team to make the throw, and then not only make the throw for the outfield, you have to assume the cutoff guy is not going to cut it off, which is always a possibility. And then the catcher has to come up with this clean, and 9 times out of 10, it's some kind of short hop and not a ball that is actually in the air. And so Thrill, in dramatic fashion, we were down 7 runs in the bottom half of the 7th inning, which is the last inning at the PGI National Championship. And Seabass hits a base hit to center field. Frank the Tank, all 250 pounds of him, is on second base. So here I am at third. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. And we had the tying run come in to tie it. Frank's the winning run. And he comes in. Ball skips up over the catcher's head. Frank the Tank slides in, almost barrels over Gianni. And next thing you know, he's lifting me up in the air. And we're celebrating and going on to, I think it was the semifinals. So it was so cool, man. But I was going to make them make the play.
Yeah.
Make the play.
Look, when you're on the base pass, you're always aggressive. And the old saying is the truth. You don't look for the base ahead of you. You look for 2 bases ahead of you. So if you're on second, you're looking for home. If you're on first, you're looking to go to third, all right? Unless the situation doesn't dictate it by how the outfielder comes up with it, hits the cutoff man, whatever it might be, right? But you are always, when you are in scoring position, you are always in overdrive. I am, if anything, all right? And you can tell the LTP kids this. Instead of getting way out there and being super aggressive and being out in no man's land, I would actually shorten up just a smidge, but I would have all my momentum going and leaning. And as soon as, like you said, watch the wrist or watch the barrel. As soon as I start seeing that barrel move, I am gone. I mean, gone. And it's amazing how much momentum you can get. And all of a sudden you start looking at like videotapes and stuff like that. And you're like, dude, this is a one-hop rocket to left field, and I'm already touching third.
Yeah.
It's like, holy cow. Yeah, you get that much momentum going. So anyway.
So, Thrill, there's sort of a rule of thumb as a third base coach where if the outfielder has the ball, let's just say on a routine base hit, well, basically, it's where that guy is in relation to third base, right? And so the closer he is to third base, the more likely you are to send him. There's been times where I've said screw it, and I've sent him when he's not even, I don't say close to third. He's close to third base, but he's certainly not on it or beyond it. And I'm like, this is going to take at least 1, if not 2, perfect throws if the throw is cut in that situation. The same sort of thing with the cutoff guy out there. And this is why double cuts are so important. It's important to hit that first guy because that forces a third base coach to make that decision that much earlier on what he's going to do. And usually it's going to be here as soon as that guy has the ball in his hand. If we're talking about a shortstop on a double cut, and my guy's not at third base, I typically am going to hold him. I want to know, though, if this ever has happened to you. I would be on second base, 2 outs, already in scoring position, and I know that I'm going on contact, so there's not 2 strikes yet. And there would be a pitch right down the middle, usually a fastball. So it's boom, boom. I got my good secondary pitch right down the middle. Here comes contact. Like, no doubt about it. This guy's not missing this. Yeah, no. And I'm like off with it. And then whiff, a swing and miss. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And I got to bust it back to the bag.
No, and then that's how you get kind of hung out to dry. And then another one too like that for you and for me is you're out there on second base and they put the bunt on for you. And all of a sudden the guy goes to bunt and he has the whiff right through the bunt, and you're out there and you're leaning like this and the catcher's coming up firing, and back picking you. And good, there was a few times where I almost got caught, and then there were a few times where I did get caught because I was out there leaning so hard. So
Thrill, this brings up a bigger problem. Offenses in Major League Baseball right now.
Okay, I am glad you brought that up because once again, we got Trey Clark handing the Thrill some stats. All right, here we go, right here. Da-da-da-da. This is Major League teams hitting at least 250. 250. Not 280, 250. In 2005 and 6, all 30 teams hit 250. 2007, 29. All right? Guess what happens after 2007? It goes down. It goes 27, 20, 19, 18, 17, 17, 18, 21, 19. In 2018, it starts. 14, 14, 12. 2021 was 5.
Oh, good golly.
2022 was 10. 2023 was 14. And last year, it was 6 teams hit above 250. That is bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. If you can't hit fucking 250, all right, there's 2 things that happen. First off, you ain't working hard enough. And second off, you ain't fucking making no adjustment. That's just the fucking way it goes. You ain't making no adjustment. You are content hitting below 250. You're hitting 230, 220, and you're like, all right, I'm not making a change.
How are these kids okay with the swing and miss? You deal with them. You work with them. You go into these minor league cities. You're in big league camp. You know the guys. You know the current generation, Thrill. It's not like you're this guy from the past that's screaming, oh, it was so much better when I used to play. Why can't they make those adjustments? And why haven't they?
I go up to people. And I do it on the major league side of things. I go up and I go, this is how they're pitching you, and this is why. And they go, oh, no, they don't. Oh, really? Well, then why aren't you hitting this pitch consistently? It's because they found a hole in your swing, and they're going there. And they're going there until you make an adjustment. And nobody makes an adjustment.
It's
not the pitching. It's not disturbing. Any better. It's not the pitching's any better. Dude, we faced it. You and I talked about it. We faced guys that threw hard. Yeah, fuck it. Dude, you just get used to it. You get used to it.
Not only that.
Every day.
Dude, when we played, those fucking pitchers did not have to throw the ball over the plate.
Yeah.
And now, with the box that's up on every single TV, the umpires are ridiculed more now than ever. The strike zone has been adhered to now more than ever. So they should be able to put the fucking ball in play.
Agreed. I can't understand. And I mean, and it's not just the Giants. I mean, you look throughout Major League Baseball. And when I go see the kids, it's in the minor leagues too. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, have you ever heard of hitting a fucking ground ball? Have you ever heard of getting on top of a ball and hitting a ground ball? So I don't get it.
So why? Wait, I have a question for you though. Why are ground balls? And there's one right there for a base hit from
right there. Look, a freaking
why are they considered so bad?
I don't know.
It's bullshit. That's a hard ground ball. You hit it where somebody's not. It's going to the fucking outfield.
Guess what? Tony Gwynn only had 3,300 of them bitches. All he did is hit fucking rocket ground balls. What the fuck? You can't learn from a Hall of Famer and a fucking 80-time batting champion? Come on, pay attention here, people. Here's another thing, too. All right? Ball's coming in. You get on top of the ball, right? You create backspin. It's like hitting a golf ball. You get on top of the ball. It's like freaking hitting a 2-iron, which is what we're trying to do in San Francisco with the wind blowing. All right? There's nothing wrong with a one-hop rocket up the middle, or a rocket at the hole at a shortstop, or a rocket over at the hole. I mean, hit the ball hard, get on top of it, and then when you miss it a smidge down low, whammo, there's your damage.
Ramos just took 2 dick balls and then swung at a ball in the corner that would have been another strike and just swung right through it.
Yep. Yep.
I mean,
and on top of that, he's late by a mile.
How are you late? It's fucking 93. And it's not like Gallen's having a good year. This guy's been getting lit.
Yeah. Yeah. So
here's Devers. Let's watch Devers for a second.
All right, Stay right there so I can see.
Yeah, I got you.
First pitch was what? A fastball?
Looked like a 2-seamer away to me. So runner at first, top of the first, one out.
Good time for a changeup right here.
There it was.
There you go.
88-mile-per-hour changeup down in the dirt.
It's getting to be that way in baseball now, where 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 is not a fastball. It's an off-speed pitch. I hadn't hit in 25 years, and I'm not even in his shoes, and I call a pitch.
Okay, 2 balls, no strikes, Thrill.
This ball, yeah, I mean, he had to be going away there, right? So now you got 3-0. He's got to go away again, right?
The question is Devers going to swing here?
No, I wouldn't swing. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. He gave the old whiff.
93 miles per hour.
That right there was a cardinal sin in our day. If you're going to swing 3-0, first off, you're going to make contact. You're not going to be late. You're going to catch the ball out in front. You're going to do fucking damage instead of a 3-0 foul ball. 3-1 borderline foul ball.
Yeah, that's 94. It was in the zone, kind of up and in. Not a great pitch to hit.
Yeah, I mean, for a lefty, you want down and in. You don't want up and in. So why are we swinging at that? Let it go. Fuck. You can't hit 3-2 just as good as you can hit 3-1?
Well, here's Devers. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. He checks the runner. I mean, this is a type of situation, if I'm Bob Melvin, I'm sending you Yastrzemski.
You know what? I love it. I love it because Roger Craig ran everybody. So we ran 3-1, 3-2 all the time. I loved it. I love having guys moving, and the infielders had to move while I'm swinging.
Strike him out and safe. There you go. Now he's in scoring position.
Yeah, now he's in scoring position. You stay out of a double play. He swings, and he's 3-0. 3-0, and he misses 3 straight fastballs.
Yeah.
And all 3 are up in the zone. So
something happened here. Gallen was slow to the plate anyway.
The ball bounced up and hit him in the face. Nope. Ball didn't hit him in the face.
Good job. He looks in like he's supposed to in that situation. He was going to be safe no matter what. What do you do? Oh, fuck.
You got fucking dirt in his eye when he slid? Yep, that's what he's doing. He got dirt in his eye. Hey, you got some eye drops? Oh, you should have played a candlestick there, Mike. You'd have fucking dust boulders in your freaking eyeballs.
Where's he going?
Evidently, we
Eye
need
drops?
squirty.
Yeah,
We
he's
need
going to get
squirty
eye drops.
juice. Squirty juice. Give me some squirty juice. I got a boulder right there.
I mean,
Oh
that's
my
awfully
god.
graphic.
Oh my god. This right here. This right here. All right. I'm just telling you right here. If I was running it, you would not pay $20 in kangaroo court. You'd pay $40 because, all right, first off, you got a dust boulder, which everybody and their grandma does. All right, but then second off, we got to delay the game so you can get squirty juice. Come on, man. You would pay $40 in kangaroo court right there. I would be drinking beer on your behalf because of you being a squirty juice fan.
Oh, it's so good, man. I love how you say. I love how you say squirty juice. I'm not sure I've ever heard squirty juice.
Oh my god. If I could tell you what I got fined for in kangaroo court, you'd laugh your ass off.
Wilmer Flores, a routine fly ball can of shit.
Yeah,
What a
tried to pull
fucking
the fastball,
brown,
away and got up underneath it.
bro. You can't swing through. Like, I don't know, man. They had fastballs to hit there. Ramos swung through a fastball on the outside corner, but just a good pitch to hit.
Ramos swung through a fastball after he took two.
Right down the middle.
What are you
right down
for?
the middle.
What are you looking for? Have a game plan. Let's go.
Okay, so that brings up the issue too. And let me know if I'm wrong here. Like, I went up to the plate, and I wasn't looking just to put a ball in play. I was looking for a pitch that I could do damage with, and then I would go. And I would tell you, Thrill, that if I ever took a fastball down the fucking middle, it was because my manager made me take, and I had the take sign. Other than that, I can't ever remember in my entire major league career taking a fastball down the dick. I just didn't do it. Now, I didn't always square it up. I didn't always have the utmost success, but I tried to cast off my A swing and certainly would attack that. There's only a certain amount of things that are within our control. That is one of them, whether we swing or don't swing. Holy fuck, man. We cannot be taking fastballs down the dick.
Holy fuck, Batman. Unbelievable. Hey, you know what? I mean, seriously. I mean, my dad used to say it all the time. He's like, why the fuck did you take that one? And I go, because I never see balls out over the plate like that. I usually see shit running off on the outside corner, and that's what I was looking for, or slider and all that. And he goes, and you took one right down the dick? And I go, yep. I said, because it surprised the shit out of me. He threw one right there. And I mean, shit like that used to happen back in the day. I mean, you know, you'd back out the batter's box and laugh at yourself. And, you know, do shit like this. You know, you back up, you know, and you know, I'd call time. I wouldn't even call timeout. You just step out the batter's box, and I turn around, I look at the umpire, I look at the catcher, and I go, I probably should have swung at that one, huh? And both of them would start laughing, and they're like, yeah, you should have, because I was right on a fucking tee. And I go, yep, you are correct. So
okay, but the Thrill, I'm going to give you a pass because you would look for breaking balls on certain pitches.
Yes,
on a lot of pitches.
I'm talking about like nobody on, you know, and you know, I might be going through an at bat trying to figure out what he's going to throw me, and the last thing I'm looking for is a fastball right down the dick. You know, I'm looking for something that's running off the outside corner or something that's coming in on me, something like that, you know. And so there were some times that a fastball right out over the plate would lock me up. I swear to God, it would lock me up because I was like, fuck, I don't see those, you know?
Yeah. I mean, every now and again, I guess I could see a ball that was started away and would run back over. Maybe I would take it down the middle, or a ball that started in and would run back over a little bit. But I honestly think I swung at every fastball down the middle for my entire career.
Well, yeah, I mean, because
Serious.
you were dead red, so you were geared
Dead
up.
red.
When you got that geared up, when that you wanted to pile, you got your A game swing off. So you and I have talked about it. There's a lot of times where I did not look fastball, whereas on the other hand, you did, and so you took advantage of that.
Hey, Thrill. So Hayden Birdsong on the mound. What have you seen from him lately? That's a nasty, nasty slider. It says.
Yeah, slider.
Holy shit!
So Hayden Birdsong, he's got 4 pitches. He's got fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. Hayden Birdsong and Josh and I have had this talk, and some of the other guys have had this talk. Hayden just needs to get his misses to be smaller. You can't be out the zone by like 4 feet. All right. If you're out the zone by 4 feet, I'm legitimately, as soon as you cut the ball like that one, all right. If you cut the ball loose, I mean, I'm off of you immediately. I mean, that ball's up by my eyeballs, right? So I'm off of you, and now I dictate the at bat.
Yeah, it was never a strike, right? So I tell the kids all the time, the ball comes out of the hand.
Yeah.
I literally will stand in the third base coach's box, Thrill, and I'm like this. And as soon as the ball comes out of that pitcher's hand, 50% of the time I'm like this. No, right when it comes out of his hand. It was never a strike. The difficult ones are the ones like, yes, 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 oh no, right? So think about this and let me know your thoughts on it. But a pitcher's job basically is to make the pitch look like a ball and then end up a strike.
Or vice versa.
Vice
Make
versa.
it look like a strike and
end up a ball.
Correct.
So one or the other. And it's fascinating because really it's who can do the magic trick better.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. So hey, while we're sitting here watching the game, all right, while Birdsong's pitching, okay, we didn't get a chance. Oh, that was a nice breaking ball there too.
Yeah.
So we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but because we got all befoogled last week, but we had autism night at the ballpark against the Red Sox, and we had a great turnout, man. I mean, freaking awesome. I mean, across the board. There's a guy who's in the chat room right now. His name's Adam Woods, and Adam has a company called Step 22 Gear. And basically what the gear is, it's like bags and like cases and stuff like that for the kind of outdoor enthusiast, right? And he is a huge supporter of autism. He actually was at the ballpark for a few days in a row, and he was up in Barry Bonds' suite. He and I spent some time together in the Pace suite, and Adam and I have been tight. He and Barry Bonds are really tight. Barry's into bicycling and all that. Adam supplies him with all of his bags and stuff like that to put on his bicycles. All right, this is one of his I guess you want to say bags. This is actually a dot kit, and right here it says Step 22 Gear. All right, this is actually, it could be a dot kit for a guy, it could be a dot kit for a girl if y'all travel, right? So you open it up. There's a mirror right here.
Okay.
You got, like, compartments for everything. You ladies, your makeup brushes, all that shit. If it's guys, it's razors and stuff like that. That's just one of his many products, right? Adam has been a true Giants fan from day one. One of these days, I'm going to be able to tell you the story. But on top of that, Adam, because of Autism Night and stuff like that, he came up to me and he said, look, the podcast is doing great. He said, you and Byrnes are freaking killing it. He said, you got a great group in there. What he is going to do is, for the whole month of July, and that's why I'm bringing it up right now, the whole month of July, if you go to Step 22 Gear and you get some of his gear, you type in a promo code Thrill22, all capitals, THRILL 22, right? You get 22% off on any purchase. And so, Adam, I want to thank you for that. That's freaking awesome. You guys in the chat room, take advantage of it. It's great shit. I mean, it's great shit. I use some of it at my ranch to put tools and shit in the back of ATVs and UTVs and stuff like that. I use it to some of the bigger stuff. I'll actually travel with it first off, or what I'll do is when I start hunting and fishing, I'll put extra clothes and shit like that in case I get wet, muddy, whatever it might be in my truck. So you guys go to Step 22 Gear and type in the promo code Thrill22, THRILL, all caps 22, and you get 22% off. So Adam, thank you for supporting Autism Night. First off, thank you for being a friend, and actually, thank you for taking care of Barry Bonds. That's the big thing.
This was really cool, man. I just went to Step 22 gear.com.
Yep.
And as you can see,
yep,
just really cool shit, man.
Yeah, he's got great shit. All right, here's the shorter version of the story. He and his sister, when they were like little tykes back in the day, it was actually my rookie year. They came to Dodger Stadium. They were big Dodger fans, and that ball's
Adames! See ya!
Adames! Way to get us on the board, big boy. Oh, nice purple shoes. There you go. Attaboy.
Gallen's been dominating with fastballs. He throws Adames a slider, and he fucking whacks it into the left center field. Bleachers 1-0 Gigantes.
All right, so now here you go. There's a slider deposited, right? So after Gallen just struck out everybody with fastballs in the first inning, what the fuck you think he's going to go to right now? He's going back to the fastball. So
gotta go back to it.
Look, fastball.
Right Whoa! There. I mean,
what the fuck?
Jesus! You know he's going to it.
Jesus!
Oh, wow.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that common sense fucking lesson right there.
Okay, here we go. He gets it again. He gets the fastball. Wants it. Fucking tallywhacks it.
All right, good deal. Whoop.
Look at this. Yes, secondary. Yes. Yes. Fighting for inches, baby.
Somebody that didn't celebrate was watching the ball, and he takes the extra base. Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Chalk it up for the old school.
Da, 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 da. Instead of giving it this number right here. No, I'm watching the baseball. I can take another base.
What a beautiful swing. Hopefully they stay with this. This ball is tattooed. You got Thomas getting into center field. Now, he misses the cut. So he then looks at it, going back to the back, which he shouldn't. But he sees that there was separation. The ball got by the second cutoff guy. Yep. He takes off and is able to get to third base. That's playing the game instead of, like you said, celebrating at fucking second base.
That is correct. All right, so now Pat Bailey, all right, stay inside the ball. Do not come around it. All right? He threw a slider down and in first pitch. There's another slider off the plate. If you stay inside of this baseball and say, all right, I'm going to hit the ball left center, then this ball is going to get in the air, and you're going to get a sac fly minimum out of it.
Well, a 1-1 count. Gallen, a fastball inside. That is so true, though, with Smith up his last at bat, because here's Gallen that was been throwing fastballs by everybody. And he throws the one slider, it gets pounded. You just know he was so fucking perturbed. So infield's in right here. I'm going on contact. Stop. Okay. Why are you giving up?
Yeah, why are you running off? I mean, where are you going?
Yeah, he scored, right? Yeah, we're going contact. Now we're doing shit. Now we're playing the game the right way.
Yeah, look, he went on contact and...
Right, watch this. As soon as contact, go, go, go. So for those at home, let me explain it to them real quick. When you were going on contact, basically, as soon as they're contact, I'm talking line drive, fly ball, all of it, your first step is going to be towards home.
Yeah, I
We're
want to see
anticipating ground ball
right here. Oh, good. All right, Fitzgerald's up. He got called back up. He had 2 hits last night. He says he's got his brain right, and that was a fastball out over the plate. He just swung and missed at it, but I wanted to see it. There's another high heater. All right, big boy. Now you got to get on top of it and battle. Come on. So
what I was saying with the contact, so basically the way to do it, we'll take a look at this 0-2 pitch and then get back to the contact play. A little slider. Good job spoiling that. So,
all right, wait. Okay, so he went fastball. He missed both of them. He goes slider down. He fouls it off. In my mind right here, this ought to be a high fastball.
Fastball, right?
That's the way I'm looking right here.
100%.
I swung and fouled one off.
Nope.
Back to breaking ball again.
Good job. He actually threw a curveball, not a slider.
Good job of pitching right there. Because I'd have been looking high heater.
It was a curveball, so it was way more bend, right? So it came up a lot higher. Yeah. It wasn't nearly as hard as the slider that Adames hit out right there. Really good pitch because you and I both were thinking fastball.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't know what else he threw. I didn't know he had the curveball or, ballsy pitch would be a changeup in that situation. Okay, real quick, because I like educating kids who watch the show. A lot of kids watching the show through, they like the language. So, it's if they, their parents allow them to watch a show that actually has a few F-bombs because it's educational. So,
and then not only that, the F-bombs are warranted.
Absolutely.
Drop them just to drop them.
No. Okay, so on a contact play, if you're the base runner and you're at third base, as soon as the ball is contacted, we're going towards home. The difference is this. We're anticipating ground ball. If it's a ground ball, we obviously keep rolling. If it's a line drive, you're going to be like 1-2 steps immediately back to the bag, even if it's a line drive to the outfield, because we're going to tag in that situation. Or if it's a fly ball, same thing, boom, boom, 1-2 steps, just because our momentum's taking us there, back to the bag, and we're going to tag as well. So often, you see kids, because they're just kids, I'm like, all right, we're going contact. It's like, boom, boom, line drive to the outfield, and they're like, going back. No, just go back.
Yeah.
Go back to the base. If he catches it, we're tagging. If he doesn't catch it, we're going to be able to waltz on home, so don't worry about it.
So when, I was helping coach Trey's JV team and stuff like that, I would legitimately, get the guys down there, and I'm like, all right, look, what we're doing is when the hitter comes through the zone, we're reading if the ball's up or if the ball's down. If it's down, we're gone. Right? Yeah. If the ball's up, you got time to kind of freeze and read it, right? And so anyway, sure enough, I'm coaching third. And I mean, as soon as I see the bat come through the zone, I know this is going to be a ground ball. I'm like, go. And they would get caught flat-footed and wouldn't go on a routine ground ball. And I'm like, see, that's what you need to practice on in batting practice. And so, I know that you did it because I watched you do it, all right? But I did it every batting practice. I'd start at first, after my first round of batting practice, right? I'd start at first. I'd take about 3 or 4 reads at first base. I'd go to second. I'd take about 3 or 4 reads at second. I'd go to third. I'd 3 or 4 reads, whammo, right? And then by that time when I got back around to home plate, it was my turn to hit again. Now, if I felt like I wasn't getting good reads, if I felt uncomfortable, I'd go right back to that bag, whatever it was, and I'd do 3 or 4 more, to get that momentum going, get that read, in your eyeballs, and be aggressive. And now you watch guys; they don't even think about going to run the bases and see what the other guy behind them is doing.
Guys don't run the bases anymore in batting practice?
Mm-mm.
What?
They do it. They do it once in a blue moon. They don't do it all the time.
Base running's at an all-time low. Base running's terrible. It's fucking awful.
We lost 2 games on this road trip because of that.
You can't get great at something if you don't practice it.
Right. Exactly. Hey, you know what? I wanted to give you this one too. We didn't get a chance to talk about this. All right. Uh, it's a bad situation, but uh, rest in peace, Dave Parker, the freaking Cobra, my man. I can tell you one thing. He and I had some great talks at first base. What a beauty! Let me just give you a few stats for him. Okay, he was a 290 career
Yeah,
lifetime hitter. All
I
right,
know.
there you go. All right, we just got through talking about teams hitting 250, and he was a 290 hitter. All right, 339 homers and almost 1,500 RBIs. He was a three-time Gold Glover, a two-time batting title winner, a two-time World Series champion, a three-time Silver Slugger, seven-time All-Star, All-Star MVP, and he had a 40.1 WAR, whatever the fuck WAR is. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that one out for years. But, dude, you want to talk about some freaking stats. So now he gets elected into the Hall of Fame. Thank God they put him in the Hall of Fame. And a month before he's able to give his speech, he passes. So now somebody, either a former player or his family member or whatever it might be, has to give his Hall of Fame induction speech posthumously. And you know what, Dave, I love you, miss you, and you racked up a freaking hell of a career right there, my man. Hell of a career. You had all the stats to back it up. The Cobra.
So I heard Gary Sheffield talking about this on the Foul Territory podcast run by my guy Scott Braun and company. And he was really upset that Dave Parker is not going to be there on election day. And he basically went after the Hall of Fame committee and the voting process to get somebody like Dave Parker into the Hall of Fame, because his whole point was, look, man, you're fucking with people's lives now.
Yeah.
You are pretending like you have this holier than thou sort of whatever it is to be able to get into the Hall of Fame. Yet we all would look at Dave Parker, and in my humble opinion, I'm like, look at the numbers, look at the guy, the 2 World Series, the 6 All-Stars, like all of it. Much like yourself, dude. As a matter of fact, you even have better numbers.
I get it.
Okay? But here he is, at the age of 74 years old. He passed away. And we're just 27 fucking days from when he should have been up at that podium giving his thanks and gratitudes and acknowledgments and talking about just all the great stories that he had to share. We're fucking preventing that by holding this ridiculous standard on a lot of guys that deserve to be in Cooperstown that are not.
Totally agree. Totally agree. I mean, there are so many guys that need to be in Cooperstown. And, you know, you and I have talked about it. There's 400 and something voting media members. All right. There is no way that there's 400 and something media members that cover the sport anymore. All right. There's 100 and something. Okay. So that means 300 of these bastards who are retired or whatever, they still get to vote on the Hall of Famers. And guess who doesn't vote? The freaking people that played the game. The freaking people that played the game. They ought to be the ones that voted. You know?
Totally agree.
I mean, we can go through this. We can freaking walk through this. I mean, got Dave Parker. We just went through all of this about Dave Parker. Unfreaking believable. Pete Rose. he passes, right? You know all of his stats. Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, people like that.
Gary Sheffield. Sheffield's another one that's going to be a guy. Sammy Sosa.
Mark McGwire, Gary Sheffield.
Mark McGwire.
Dude, these are dudes that ought to walk right through those doors. Those doors ought to be freaking wide open for them to get there. But instead, we got to listen to a bunch of nerd motherfuckers that never played the sport before, doesn't know how hard it is, doesn't know anything about the numbers of the game. They think that you need this number and this number and this number. There's a lot of shit that goes into those numbers right there. And how certain people transform the game and into what it is today. And so, I don't, hey, look, I've got a case to be in the Hall of Fame, but guess what? I'm not near the numbers oriented as some of these guys are, right? But would I love to be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah. But then again, if I'm not in the Hall of Fame, look, my number's retired in San Francisco. I don't give a fuck. All right? That was my Hall of Fame. You were there. You heard it in my speech, right? Now, these guys right here deserve it. They fucking deserve it. They got the fucking numbers. And some of these other yahoos that they've been letting in the last few years, they are like, down the road a ways. We got other guys that need to be in the Hall of Fame right now.
So many of the guys that we just mentioned are tied to performance-enhancing drugs. But I would...
I don't give a fuck.
Understand this. This is
back in the 70s, they were doing coke and blow and all the rest of the shit. And guess what? They were still putting up fucking numbers.
Of course. I mean, you could make the argument that 90% of the league was taking greenies up until the point they made greenies illegal. And who knows what this is all subjective, right? You could say, well, greenies were not cheating, but you had...
Keep running.
All right.
Never mind. That was Devers. He just hooked it up after getting the first.
I want to take a look at this swing again, and then we're going to get right back into this conversation. I'm sorry for the ADD. Throw, it's almost like...
All right, there's that freaking cutter slider thing he's been throwing.
He's almost the opposite of you, right? Because you were close, and he's fucking wide open.
And he's got all kinds of shit, and his front foot's open and all that. But he still likes to go the other way with the ball.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's all we do. Okay, so my point was this. Watch one pitch. All right. My point was this, is that these guys have been tied to performance-enhancing drugs. And that is the main reason why they are not in the Hall of Fame yet. This is coming from two guys who played during that era who did not use steroids, right? It's been well known, well documented. We're not going to sit here and bullshit you at this point.
No.
I honestly did not think steroids would help me. I didn't need to get faster. I didn't need to get stronger. I needed to lay off the fucking 2-2 curveball in the dirt. That was my issue. Well, you were just the natural. And you went out there, you did your thing, you had your process to get ready and everything else, which did not include performance-enhancing drugs. Yet, we're both in the camp that these guys transcended the fucking game. Especially McGwire and especially Sosa, especially Bonds, especially Clemens. There's no fucking way you could keep those four out. No fucking way.
Oh, that ball's hammered. Come on, Devers! Let's go!
Oh,
Get
shit.
your ass there!
Oh, fuck. This is why we fight for inches. Right?
Was he safe or out?
He was safe.
Oh, that a baby.
But that's why we fight for inches. That's why it matters.
Ball ass, Jack. I couldn't see
shit.
what the umpire did. I know one thing. The umpire swung around to the backside to play. The catcher went to the backside to play. And Devers had an open lane to the inside the plate. Let's see what happens. Yep.
That's going to be close. I wonder if they're going to take a look at it. Let's see. Smith down.
No,
He's out. He's fucking out, man. Oh shit.
No,
I'm challenging this.
he
What?
didn't get it. He didn't get his foot down.
Yep, manager's challenge. No, he didn't get his foot down. He didn't fight for the inch.
Up in the air.
Didn't fight for
No,
the inch.
that's the first thing you don't do. Your lead foot doesn't go up in the air. Your lead foot goes down.
Look at this guy. Well, this is what we're talking about, though. You got to go in and know what you're doing and know exactly where you're sliding.
It doesn't go in up here. Your lead foot goes in down.
Okay,
here.
look, you got to go all the way to the corner right here.
Wait. Oh, okay.
You gotta go to that corner, man. And me personally, knowing the catcher's off to the right, I'm gonna go head first, and I'm dragging my right hand.
You're gonna go head first. Devers and I are not gonna go head first. But as soon as I see the catcher vacate to the right, I'm going left.
Yeah.
And I know I can hook slide in there, catch it either with my foot or with my hand going by him.
So if you're not going to go head first, which I'm okay with because it's not highly advisable to go head first at home, you go off to the left of home plate and then you drag this hand across the fucking plate. Fuck!
Yep.
Come on, Thrill.
Hey, look. Hey, guess what? Right there is a no filter learning moment. We just talked about this. We just talked about leads at second base, fighting for inches, getting your momentum, and look what happens. We got to play at the plate with inches involved. Boom. That's why we have no filter network.
This is so good. This is really a good teaching platform, man. It is. I highly advise. Like, you're a baseball coach, you got a baseball kid at home. Like, you got to watch this show. We'll apologize for the language beforehand, and just this is how we act. This is how we naturally react to shit, man. But I think Devers is gonna be out. I don't know if there's enough to overturn, but just based on what I saw with that foot in the air, I have a feeling they got him.
Yeah, no, they got him. It's already off. They're already off the field. Hey, everybody that's in the chat room and everybody that's listening right now, Adam Woods just came on and reiterated about Step 22 gear and the code Thrill 22 on there. Adam, thanks again. Really appreciate you stepping up and not only autism, but then also doing this for the show. Oh, by the way, we didn't get a chance to finish the story because we got cut off. Something was going on. So anyway, Adam, his dad, and his sister come to Dodger Stadium. I'm a rookie, right? And the reason I know I'm a rookie is because the photo that Adam and his sister took with me has Vida Blue in the background. And Vida and I only played my rookie year together, right? And so I'm over there and I'm posing with Adam and his sister, right? Well, come to find out, they're big, huge Dodger fans, but none of the Dodgers would come over there and say hey to them. And I'm going in to hit or whatever I was doing. I walked on over and I took a big old, hug and took a picture with him and all that. Now Adam Woods is one of the best, Giants fans ever. His dad's freaking awesome. You guys met him at the jersey retirement. His sister's dynamite, and it's great knowing the family.
Super cool, dude. And you know what's crazy is that Bill, who runs the Thrill Collector account, which is awesome.
Wallace.
Yeah, he's a fucking Dodger fan too.
I know, and I love it too. And until this day, it's like right over here. I still got his painting. You and I talked about it, and I showed it on the show and all that. And that's another thing too. A lot of everybody who's in the chat room, I know Josh, Tommy, Big Mike, guys like that. They're into that Will Clark collectors stuff, and some of that shit is funny as hell because Josh comes up to me and Josh is like, "Hey, did you sign this shit?" And I go, "Fuck no, I didn't sign that. That's like a big time forgery right there." And
really?
I told everybody that, that kind of shit. So,
Thrill. Here's Alec Thomas.
Yeah,
I keep thinking about what I would do if I'm Bob Melvin in the dugout because that's your star player, and whatever. But it's just holy
Dude,
shit, man. I
that's
need.
the thing. You can't
Uh,
you can't motivate your star player by screaming, yelling, and all that stuff.
no, you can't.
You gotta sit there and go, hey, are you embarrassed about the shit that's going on right now? Because if you're embarrassed, I'm even more embarrassed. That kind of shit. So anyway.
Yeah, but you just want to be. The guy just came over from Boston. He obviously had some issues. You don't want to piss him off too early. I think this is what I would do if I were Bob Melvin.
All right, wait a second. Wait. Before you get going here, all right?
Okay.
And all right, I am letting everybody know this. I did not tell anybody this. It's the first time anybody's hearing this, right? So Adamas comes over here to San Francisco. Who's he playing? He's playing the Red Sox, right? Especially for the autism night. I came out early 3 days in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to work with him around first base because he is.
So with Devers.
He's big.
Okay, so Devers comes over from Boston, and you have an opportunity to meet him.
Right. So Matt Williams and Bob Melvin want me to go out there and work with him around first base. No problem. And we weren't gonna go through anything physical. We're just gonna walk through and say, hey, look, if throw's coming from over there, stand this way. If throw's coming from over there, stand that way. It wasn't gonna be this big thing, right? And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he did not come out early at all. Period. Not at all. Matter of fact, he didn't even hit on the field, right? And everybody's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Will. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Hey, don't worry about it." I said, "I know what the fuck happened." I said he didn't want to go out and be at first base and be 20 feet in front of their freaking dugout with what went on in Boston. And now he's working with me at first base. He didn't want to have to go through all that bullshit through the press and the media. And so anyway, so I completely understand. But Rafael Devers, the next time I'm in San Francisco, your ass will be on the field at first base. Just letting you know that. Just from the
but if he's not going to go out, he's going to tell you.
Hey, look, even if I got to go grab you by the fucking back of the neck and drag your ass out there, you will be at first base.
Let's not forget, this is why Boston traded him.
Yeah, but he's actually. I mean, he's kind of saying the right things and wanting to do the right things too. So anyway,
he can say whatever he wants, but this is a guy that also didn't respond to text messages from David Ortiz that hit him up a bunch of times when he was trying to reach out to help him through this tumultuous situation in Boston. Now the Diamondbacks are on the board. What a change of events.
Yeah, he's been throwing a really good slider, and Perdomo got a hanging slider right there and drove him in.
Momentum's a fucking thing, man. And the Giants had all the momentum in the world. Had Devers been safe, had he gotten a better secondary, had he gotten a better jump, had he slid in the home plate the proper way, like we explained here, it did not happen. So instead of being up 3-0 and still hitting, they were just up 2-0. And Arizona now has scored a run, making it 2-1. All right, I'm going to go back. I'm going to play Bob Melvin for a second. He's in a tough spot.
So now for everybody in the chat room, all right, pay attention to these pitches, okay? He is falling in love with that slider, slider, whatever you're calling it, right?
Sure.
So he got a lot of strikeouts in it early, but now he's sticking with it, and Perdomo got a base hit on it. Now he threw 2 in a row to Marte right here. So you got to start mixing up your pitches.
He went. That's his slider. I don't know if it's a slider. Look at that changeup. The slider and the changeup are the same speed. They're all about. They average 89 miles per hour.
Yeah, right. That was a slider right there.
I don't know. It backed up the other way. It said slider on the board.
Yeah, but you can't keep going to the well. I mean, dude, you throw a 97.
Oh, it just missed up in the zone. 52 pitches now for Birdsong.
Right, so now here we go. All right, here we go. This is our own pitcher right here. If I'm up at the plate, I'm looking breaking ball right here, and if he throws fastball, I'll just try to foul it off.
Change up.
Change up. All right.
They keep calling it a slider. It's not. That's a change up. They're both going the other way.
Off speed. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, one breaks into you and one's going away. Typically, just put it this way: if you're fucking putting it up on the board there, a slider, like unless it's a total backup slider, which is an oddity, is the guys they're going to set up inside unless they're trying to backdoor it,
right? And
then the change up they're going to set up away like they did right there in that situation. So we got runners at first and second, 2 outs through. I just want to finish this up, just get it off my chest because of the whole thing with the Devers. I think Bob Melvin's got to be careful, right? Because this guy's got a longer contract than he does. This and that. I would continue to encourage him, man. Like, be the dude. I just want you to be the dude. Be the guy that the other guys look to, because everyone's looking at you to set the tone.
Yeah.
Be that guy. Make sure we're setting the right tone. That's it. Yeah. I'm not yelling. I'm not screaming. If you want to play soft, look, bro. I'm going to keep writing your name in the lineup because we're paying you a fuck ton of money to be here, and I don't have a choice. And if I don't write your name in the lineup, I'm going to get fired. But do me a favor. I don't need you going 9,000 miles per hour. I need you going 90% at least, and I need you doing the little things, getting good secondaries. I don't need you ripping bases, but I need you getting good secondaries, getting good jumps, playing the game the right way, sliding the right perspective. And if I ask you to go to first base and work with the greatest first baseman in the history of the San Francisco Giants, you fucking do it, you motherfucking piece of shit. I want to fucking wring your neck, you fucking goddamn fucker. Fuck you. Fuck.
I love you.
Oh, sorry, man.
I love you.
I know. Yeah.
Hey, and your bride stepped into the chat room. Look at you, Tara. Hadn't seen you in a while. Go ahead on.
Hey, she's driving home from the Bay Area right now.
Oh, wow. Oh, and by the way, I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that I went from San Francisco with Trey and my wife, Lisa. We went up the fucking grade and then into Reno, and at the sign where it said trucking next 3 exits, I go, hey, we could like exit off here and go see fucking Eric, that meathead. He's up in here somewhere.
I was, and I would not have let you go by me without stopping had I been there. The issue, my whole family was in your dirty neck of the woods.
Hey, take that with you. That's what I'm talking about.
Fuck that place, man. That's too fucking hot there, man.
Oh, shut up.
Oh.
You're a freaking wussy.
Oh.
Your blood's thin because all the fucking snow. Hang on one second.
That might be true.
Yeah, no shit. All right, so I gotta show you this one. All right, so my wife, she actually came in here and told me congratulations because I did a good job. Because I got up at 3:30 this morning. I ran 50 miles offshore and we went fishing, and we caught a bunch of awesome red snapper, and she cooked them tonight. They were fucking dynamite. This is today.
Oh, fuck, man. What is that?
That's about a I don't know, 10-pound red snapper. The fillets are probably, I don't know, 4 pounds a piece, 3 pounds a piece. And that's what we have for dinner tonight. Freaking awesome, dude. Awesome.
Battleborn Mike.
Oh, for the show. Biggin,
man.
Biggin. Hey.
What's up, dude?
Wait. I got to brag on Mr. Christmas right there. He set up a freaking unbelievable day in Reno. He and Jared up at Jared's ranch. They had machine guns. They had cannons. They had all kinds of crap going on. And freaking they laid it out for Trey. Trey went to blast and all kinds of crap and had so much fun that till this day I can't wipe the smile off his face. All I got to do is bring it up, and that's because of Big Mike and Jared. So here's to you, Biggin. Here's to you.
Cheers, brother. Hey, hey, Birdsey, I sent you the. We'll have the best video of Trey shooting my dad's bowling ball cannon. I texted it to you today. Watch it. It's
I
fucking
will.
awesome.
Dude, he shot. All right, this cannon. I'm not shitting you. This fucking cannon is fucking that big around, right?
What do you mean a cannon? What are you guys talking about?
Wait, shut up. So there's fucking bowling balls out there. And I go, wait a second. You gonna put that bitch in the cannon and you gonna shoot it? He goes, oh, hell yeah. And so they do, right? And the first time they do it, they shoot this bowling ball 700 fucking yards. This fucking bowling ball, we're
What
like,
are you guys doing out
what
there?
are these numbers, right? And so then they set it up for Trey to do it, and Trey gives it the old freaking Yankahoya and sets his cannon off. He shoots his bastard 1,100 yards. It went up the fucking mountain, 1,100 yards. I'm like,
It went higher than it does far. So it went 1,100 yards deep, but it probably went 2,200 yards high.
easy. So
Can I ask you guys a logical question?
Hey, yes, it is a bunch of rednecks acting stupid. Yes, it is.
How and why do you guys have a fucking cannon?
Okay, so my dad, this goes back 25 years. A guy that my dad worked with, it was his counterpart for the company he used to work for out of Vegas, retired before him, lived in Colorado, and my mom and dad would go visit Pete and his wife once a year.
Okay.
And they're coming over, and Pete's like, hey, we're going bowling. And my dad's like, oh, okay, whatever. Well, Pete had a bowling ball cannon. So after dad got home, he had a bowling ball cannon. And then I went out and shot it a couple times with him, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking badass. I need one of these.
How do you shoot it?
So black powder, what it is it's an oxygen cylinder, a welding oxygen cylinder, a couple of military parts, a base plate, and legs from a mortar launcher. And then you dump some black powder down it. You set the bowling ball in. You put a percussion cap, and then you just get back and you rip the rope and make the cap go boom, and then everything goes boom. It's pretty freaking cool.
It's a bigger version of like what we call a muzzle loader. So
Yes.
you got powder, you put a ball in there, and you got something that makes the powder go boom, and the ball goes yonder. All right, same thing.
Yeah,
that's how a gun works, right?
What's that?
That's basically how a gun works.
That's how
exactly.
You're creating an explosion that's a force that's going to push the second object.
Yeah,
out of the
ignites the powder, which sends the object yonder. So.
Yeah, ignite the powder and send the projectile downrange. That's all it does.
Projectile.
Hey,
bowling ball.
Once again, Mike knows because Mike's been around him, but once again, please support Step 22 gear right here. All right, I mean,
absolutely,
it's cool shit. Adam's giving you guys a great discount, and you guys are gonna get the product, and you can be like, "Fuck, this is nice," And so, anyway, I'm plugging Adam first off because he's a friend, but then second off, his shit's right. He does it right. So anyway, there you go.
I love it. Yeah, step22gear.com is the address. And then if you type the promo code Thrill22 all caps.
Yeah, it's just Thrill all caps 22. And you get 22% off, and you're going to love the shit when you get it.
You could get the Tiger Trove EDC pouch, the Pangolin mini toll roll, the Pangolin toll pouch.
All right, so the tool roll, right, is
okay,
like something that it folds up kind of inside of itself, And what we do is we put all kinds of tools in it and shit like that. And then when we take it out on the ranch, if you need a crescent wrench or you need a something or you need a pair of pliers or whatever, you got it. And so you're not stuck and you don't have to go back to the camp and go get the shit. You got it with you.
Is there any bag that would fit my pickleball paddles?
Yes, there's quite a few of them for your badminton paddles with your badminton
No, it's not
bird.
badminton. It's ping pong on a tennis court, Will. Ping
Hey,
pong on a tennis court.
I swear to God, I don't know why, but I got so many people that want to take you on in pickleball. And one of them is Chad Belding. He's right there in Reno, right by you, and he wants a piece of your ass.
Chad, I told you, Third Shot Pickleball. I play there in Reno. Or I could have you up. We could come play on the home courts here. Either way, man, I'm in. We've tried it. We've gone back and forth a couple times. I need to hit him back up.
All right. Hey, he's a good dude. Mike knows him. You know, I mean, he's a good dude, and he's all about just the competition and shit like that, and getting better. He actually played ball. He actually played ball at UNR, and yeah, he actually played ball there in college and shit like that. Good athlete.
Hey, UNR had a great year, Battleborn.
Fuck yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yep. Yeah. Jake took us in 3 years from worst to first. And Big Sexy Yamamoto turned down some big NIL money or got paid by people in Reno to stay. But the freshman of the year in the Mountain West is back for his sophomore season. So
okay, so my question is, why would he turn down $200,000 from the SEC, LSU in particular, to stay?
Why? Okay, here's my theory, my hypothesis. He's a true freshman. He's a starter at Nevada. The air's thin. He hits bombs.
Yeah.
He's going to go to LSU as a sophomore, and he's going to sit on the fucking bench, maybe pinch hit a little bit. And most likely, the people of Northern Nevada came up and fucking made sure he got paid.
Okay.
To keep his ass here.
Good.
That's mostly because Jake signed a 3-year extension after he fucking committed to his sophomore year.
If I'm a ball player, right, and I'm at UNR and I'm fucking nuking some shit, you know, and the alumni come up and give me a few dollaros, all right, why would I go to LSU and go play in the heat and the humidity, like Mike said, maybe not play, and on top of that, not have the ball carry at all? I'm gonna go where the fucking ball flies the fuck out the yard.
And it does. I made the argument. I look. I've talked to a few people about this because I know the Yamamoto story, and I'm just trying to think if I had to advise one of our kids. Oh shit, Jake McCarthy deep to right field, gone, and just like that, the Arizona Diamondbacks take the lead. Suck on that, Gigantes. Holy fuckballs, man.
That's what happens when you walk people. The Arizona Diamondbacks have 4 runs on 2 hits. When you walk people and you don't let your defense do the job behind you, this is what happens.
A high heater, he gets on top of it, and there it goes. And then the lights went out at Chase Field, and it reminded me of Axis Radius or Sanctuary back in the day. The club atmosphere. I don't know, Thrill. You were probably at like Don and Charlie's or the Pink Pony.
Oh, yeah. So McCarthy coming in, well, after that at bat, he's hitting 141. So we just gave up a 3-run bomb to a 130 hitter because you fall behind 2-0, not throwing strikes.
So he just sat heater and he got it.
Yeah.
There's another one. Holy shit. That's a double. I always said it's not going to be gone.
Yeah, that
get
was
rid of it.
another sitting here 2-0.
They got to hit a fucking cutoff guy. They haven't hit cutoff guys. I mean, Birdsong, you can see they're heating up in the pin. Is Carson Seymour? Don't know anything about him.
Carson Seymour just came up from AAA. And 6'5". We got him in a trade, straight over the top, 96, 97 with a pretty decent mix, and so we go there.
All right. Well, you got McCann up. Before I go here, I got pizza downstairs. I got Chloe waiting for me. Anything you guys got you want to share as the Giants just fucking puked all over themselves?
What happened there?
That's a fly ball.
All right, that was good.
Miss.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff today. Besides team batting averages and Mr. Devers and, Dave Parker, rest in peace. Love you, man. My big thing is make the other team earn it. You can't give walks and free passes and all that bullshit and then, serve up one right down the middle. Shit happens.
You can't do it, bro.
Nope.
Right?
So Major Leagues. Hey, look, if you make them earn 27 outs, then there's another one. Look at this. Ejecto. That right there, I never did that once, ever, never in my fucking career.
Really?
That right there is why the Thrill used so much pine tar. There's no way I'm going to ejecto a bat. Do I look like a fucking aborigine? Do I look like when I throw that motherfucker, it's going to come back to me? No. Sorry.
Oh, dude. Let's watch Thomas's at bat. He's down 0-1. Let's see if Birdsong can get out of this.
33-ounce motherfucker right there is a fucking boomerang.
I bet you he's swinging nothing more than like a 31.5.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I did Thrill you. What was the size of your bat?
35, 33.
Oh, fuck. You swung a 35,
I have right the fuck here. Wham.
That's
just
an
that.
What are we doing? Yeah, you always keep it close by.
Yep. And then it's ash, baby. It's got the little grooves right here and all that from where I've been.
Nobody swings ash anymore. Very few people swing ash.
Yeah. And, people say, ash, they don't make good ash bats anymore. No, they don't make the fucking guys that operate them really good anymore. That's the problem. That's like they don't make the guys that operate birch and whatever, maple and whatever. Them motherfuckers don't operate it either.
We got a 1-0 count.
Yeah,
why would you even fucking think of
wait. You dumbass. What are you doing? You just drove in a run the last time up, and now you're going to bunt with a 2-0 count or a 1-0 count?
With a runner on second base and 2 outs?
What the fuck are you doing, Perdomo?
That's one of the most selfish moves ever. Because nobody gives a fuck if you get on base.
You know what?
I need you to drive that run.
Back in the day, if somebody would have done shit like that, it's like, oh, really? You want the base that bad? And the base open? Yeah, pow! They'd have fucking drilled his ass.
He should have. He should have drilled him. Honestly.
Like, seriously, you don't want, as a man on second base, you don't want to drive in a run after you just drove in a run the last time up?
Birdsong 3-1 pitch. I just don't know what's going through his head at that point.
Join the club.
All right. I hope people at home understand that. Like, if he gets a walk right here, or if he even got like a bunt base hit single, it doesn't change the situation that there's still a guy in scoring position. That's it.
Yeah.
I need a base hit to the outfield to score that motherfucker on second. 3-2 pitch.
Go sit down.
You deserve that. Dropping a 1-0 bunt with a guy on second, 2 outs.
That's what you get for being a wuss. Check you
Yeah.
later.
The fuck out of here.
See ya.
Pussy.
Big Mike. Good seeing you, baby. And thanks
good seeing you, bud.
You did for Trey, man. That was fucking awesome. Thank you.
Oh, dude, it was a pleasure to have you guys up here, man. Great weekend, week/weekend. Look forward to doing it again.
Thrill, when you in town next, man? Do you know?
What? I didn't hear you.
When are you in town next?
I know I'm coming out last part of September. They got the Willie McCovey golf tournament and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get out sometime July, August. If I get it, it's gonna be like last minute. I'll let you know. Oh, and by the way, while we got everybody in the chat room, Linda, thanks for coming through to autograph line and getting you all squared away. And Josh helped out with photos and all that crap. So thank y'all for helping out during Autism Night.
Dude, I'm sorry I missed that. We were back east, but next time you're out, I'm in. Like, dude,
no problem.
We need to connect. Hotel via cocktail. Battleborn, we're going to invite you down if you'd like to come and join us. But I will also say this. Thrill, your shipment should be there any day. This is the old one. And as you can see, we've corrected.
We have the correct spelling. We went from French to English. We went from Deuce to Deuces.
Hey, Battleborn, let me see some titties before you go, man.
No, do not do that. Quit egging his ass on. We don't.
I'm not showing you no titties tonight, Byrnes.
Thank you.
Give the people what they want, Battleborn.
What they want is bowling ball cannons and 50 caliber M3 machine guns.
Yeah,
well, you gotta show the fuck up with that thing. Then I need you outside in the field.
Say when, motherfucker.
Oh, too good. All right, I'm going to eat some pizza and watch the rest of this this game that hopefully turns around. I mean, it's just, well, the whole thing, it started going downhill. That Rafael Devers slide, and then we got the Thrill story of showing him up. Oh, jeez. Not showing up, I should say. Well, hey, what can you do? You were there.
I ain't worried.
No. You ain't worried about that. I, on the other hand, I'm a little worried about it. And
what I'm worried about is I'm worried about, one of our younger pitchers, we talked about, hey, look, your misses have to be small. He got big misses that in a 130 hitter fucking takes his ass deep for a 3-run jobby because he walks 2 guys.
And falls behind 2-0.
Yeah, and he's got to be fine. And here we go, It's like, dude, and that goes back to what we talked about the Marlins and the White Sox. You have to beat the guys you need to fucking beat. When you're a pitcher, you have to get the guys out that you need to get out. And same shit.
All right, dudes. Have a fantastic week. Thrill, we on next week?
We are on.
I love it.
We are on.
Battleborn.
Oh, by the way, didn't even think about this. Everybody have a great 4th of July. I hope y'all hot dogs, apple pie, red, white, and blue. The Thrill and his gang will be doing boiled crabs and swimming in the pool.
Glorious.
But dude, wait, hold on a second, man. I have a question.
All right.
Do you boil these things live?
Yes. They're live.
Yeah,
and when they hit the water, they ain't live no more.
What about that scream?
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of seasoning in there.
All the scream is the air coming out of the shell. That is the scream.
Oh,
There's
whatever,
no
dude.
scream.
You sick fucks. That is some kind of like.
We like eating a lot of different shit. You're right.
Oh, I love you guys, man. I really do. In all your redneck ways.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. We still got better service than you do, motherfucker. And you're in
Turns out.
Silicon Valley, California, bitch.
Oh, hey, one more thing for both of you guys at the same time tonight. Fucking see ya!